today's financial market update. The most important market insights you need to know. Market sentiment is bearish. Market is declining across major indices. Index performance: S&P 500 at -0.54%, Dow Jones at 1.62%, Nasdaq at 0.3%, Russell 2000 at -191%. The stock market is currently experiencing a bullish sentiment, indicating strong investor confidence and growth potential across sectors. The bullish sentiment suggests that investors are optimistic about future growth, which may lead to continued upward momentum in various sectors. Consider increasing exposure to biotechnology stocks like ASNS, as they may continue to benefit from positive market sentiment and growth trends. Global oil prices have surged by over 20% in the last 3 months, impacting inflation rates globally. Rising oil prices signal a potential uptick in inflation, which could lead to tighter monetary policy from central banks. Consider investing in energy stocks, particularly those involved in oil production, as they may benefit from rising prices. Daqo New Energy Corp FY 2025 revenue declining to $665.4 million, with EBITDA improving to $1.7 million from a previous loss. The decline in Daqo's revenue indicates challenges in the energy sector, but the improved EBITDA reflects potential resilience and growth opportunities. Consider Daqo New Energy Corp for potential long-term growth, especially if EBITDA trends continue to improve despite revenue challenges. The WisdomTree Cloud Computing Fund, WCLD, increased by 4.5%, achieving its best performance since April 2025. The rise in tech-focused funds like WCLD indicates a growing belief in the sector's resilience and future profitability despite broader economic concerns. Consider increasing exposure to technology sector investments, particularly in funds like WCLD, to capitalize on current bullish sentiment. The effective federal funds rate fell from 4.33% in March 2025 to 3.64% February 2026. A decreasing effective federal funds rate suggests the Fed is prioritizing economic support over inflation control, which could encourage consumer spending. Consider investing in real estate companies, as lower rates can enhance affordability and demand in the housing market. Global oil prices surged to $90 per barrel this month, raising concerns about economic growth and consumer spending habits. Investors should recognize that higher oil prices can lead to reduced disposable income for consumers, potentially slowing down GDP growth. Consider reallocating portfolios to include energy sector investments, as higher oil prices may lead to increased profitability for certain companies. Daqo New Energy Corp reported a revenue drop to $665.4 million due to declining polysilicon prices affecting their financial performance. The significant revenue drop for Daqo indicates a challenging market for polysilicon, which could impact solar investment strategies moving forward. Consider diversifying investments in renewable energy stocks, focusing on companies that can withstand polysilicon price fluctuations and market volatility. Oil prices have increased by 1%, raising concerns about inflation and its impact on the economy. Rising oil prices typically lead to higher inflation, which can devalue fiat currencies and affect purchasing power across the board. Consider diversifying currency holdings to mitigate risks associated with U.S. dollar volatility and inflationary pressures from rising oil prices. Sempra has officially canceled its Vista Pacifico LNG project in Mexico, reducing LNG export capacity by 0.5 BCD. The cancellation of the LNG project signals a potential tightening of supply in global LNG markets, which may lead to higher prices. Consider diversifying into companies with strong LNG export capabilities, as reduced output may lead to higher prices and profits. EOG Resources Inc. plans a $6.5 billion investment in oil and gas, targeting a 900,000-acre concession in the UAE by 2026. EOG's significant investment in the UAE suggests a bullish outlook on international oil supply, potentially stabilizing prices amid geopolitical tensions. Consider increasing exposure to EOG Resources, as their international expansion could lead to higher returns in the long run. Daqo New Energy Corp. Anticipates a revenue decline to $665.4 million in FY 2025 due to lower polysilicon prices. The decline in revenue highlights the impact of volatile polysilicon prices, suggesting a challenging market environment for renewable energy companies. Consider investing in Daqo New Energy as the company transitions towards profitability, leveraging its anticipated production growth in the coming years. JP Morgan Chase is introducing $2.114 million in high-risk review notes tied to market indices that do not yield interest. The emergence of complex financial products like review notes suggests increased risk appetite among some investors amid market volatility. Investors should cautiously evaluate the risks associated with complex bond products and consider simpler alternatives for capital preservation. A growing number of U.S. communities are opposing the establishment of new data centers, citing resident concerns. The escalating opposition indicates that investors must anticipate potential delays or increased costs associated with new data center projects. Focus on regions with supportive policies for data centers and engage in dialogue with local stakeholders to smooth development processes. Private equity investments in AI startups surged by 40% in the last quarter, reflecting significant market interest and potential growth. The surge in AI investment signifies a shift towards technology-focused portfolios, suggesting that investors are prioritizing innovation over traditional sectors. Consider allocating a portion of your portfolio to AI-focused startups, as their growth potential aligns with current market trends. Adobe is enhancing its AI offerings, particularly with Firefly, to attract more users in a competitive market landscape. The ongoing investment in AI capabilities signals a robust demand for technology solutions, which can lead to higher valuations for involved companies. Consider investing in Adobe, as its strong focus on AI tools positions it well for future growth amid competitive pressures. The U.S. market has seen a notable increase in Bitcoin purchases, indicating strong domestic demand and investor interest. The active buying of Bitcoin in the U.S. suggests a bullish sentiment among retail and institutional investors, which could drive prices higher. Investors should consider dollar-cost averaging into Bitcoin during U.S. buying surges to mitigate risk and maximize potential returns. Daqo New Energy Corp experienced a revenue decline to $665.4 million for FY 2025 due to lower polysilicon prices. Daqo's revenue drop signals a potential oversupply in the polysilicon market, which may affect investor confidence in solar energy stocks. Consider monitoring polysilicon market trends closely, as fluctuations can impact investments in solar energy companies like Daqo. Thank you for watching. Ferpa, your financial Sherpa.